7th, it's multiplying using expanded form. And our benchmark is MBT 2.5. For example, expanded form 45, written in expanded form, is separating the place values into tens and ones, 40 plus 5. Another example would be 239. If you stretch it out into expanded form, you expand it. You have the hundreds, 200, the tens, 30 tens, and 10 ones, or 9 ones, excuse me. So we're going to use the place value and the area model to multiply. Our first problem, 43 times 6, is 43 groups of 6. So we have 43, done in expanded form, is 40 plus 3. When we make our model, we've got 43 times 6, and I've broken 43 into 40 and 3. So now I'm going to multiply each section. 6 times 3 is 18. And 6 times 40, well, from yesterday's lesson, 6 times 4 is 24, and so now 6 times 40 is 240. Now I can just add both of those partial products. It's not the total product, but the partial products, 240 and 18, off to the side. And I will have my complete product of 258. All right, our next one is going to be big numbers on an array model. And I've selected 1,627 as our big number, and we're multiplying by 6, a one-digit number. I've drawn an area model, and I've already broken 1,627 down by its place value. I have 1,627. And we're going to be multiplying each one at a time. So we start in the ones place if you like. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 20 is just like 6 times 2, except with a 0 on the end. So 6 times 20 would be 120. 6 times 6 is 36, and these are hundreds. So 3,600, and 6 times 1,000 is 6,000. Now I just add all of these up off to the side, making sure to line all the place values up correctly. Otherwise you've done all that hard work for nothing. You're adding them up. And you have your final product. And let's try another example. One thing you can do to help wrap your mind around these place values is draw your models so that each place value is slightly bigger than the one before it. Okay? So our thousands place will be the largest one. Our hundreds place will be slightly smaller. Our tens place slightly smaller. And our ones place slightly smaller. Okay? So we have 2,459. And it does give you more room to write underneath, directly underneath the place you need. Unlike mine, I had to do it kind of sideways. Okay, so now you have enough room to write that large number right underneath its place value. And then we're multiplying by 4 each one. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 50 is just like 4 times 5. That's 5 tens though. So that's 4 times 5 is 20, but those are tens. Okay, and so we have to add that 0. And you're going, but that's 100. But remember, that's 50. If I have 50 cents 4 times, I have 200 pennies. 4 times 400 is 16 hundreds. And 4 times 2,000 is 8,000. And then just add those up. Looks like backward stairs, doesn't it? And then you have your product. You might also be asked to write an equation to match, say for example, they give you a sentence that says, write an equation for 4 groups of 3,000. Okay, so that's 4 times 3,000. Since it's an equation, it has to have an equal sign. And we know from our place value lesson that 4 times 3 is 12, and 4 times 3,000 is 12,000. Same amount of zeros on this side of the equal sign as on this side of the equal sign.